Hello everybody and welcome back to Slow Your Roll. And I like to say that because today's the 1,000 subscriber special and it's really all thanks to you guys.
Okay, so we're playing a little game kind of today, sort of, where I've got a bunch of wheels open. You're already looking at one of them, possibly. I don't know what's happening in editing. We'll figure that out later. I got a bunch of wheels, okay? And on each wheel, there is a character and a monster type. And we're going to go through a couple rounds of doing that. And basically, we will collectively go through what this monster would look like if this character were mashed into this monster type. And we're just going to, it doesn't matter. We're not making stat blocks for these or anything crazy. We're just going to have fun with it. It'll be a silly little thing. And then we'll rank how cool we think the monster is out of 10. And then at the end, the coolest monster will be lifted high and displayed in one way or another. And that'll be fun.
Right. Might even be the thumbnail. And we absolutely want your guys' input as well. Let us know what you think was the coolest monster.
Okay. Are you ready to get started?
Definitely. Let's do it.
Okay. Here we go. So I'll be spinning the wheel and presenting you the thing, and you start off with our foundation, what the monster will be like, and then I'll chip in after, and we'll decide. We'll make a cool monster until we're satisfied with it. All right, let's do it.
Spin
so
that
the first
wheel.
round, yeah, exactly. The first round is YouTubers. These are popular YouTubers. Some are TTRPG related. Others are just YouTubers that we kind of like personally. So, yeah. So here we go. The first round, the YouTuber we're working with is going to be... All right. It is How Ridiculous. Basically, the Australian Dude Perfect.
Exactly. So,
okay, so...
I've actually kind of already got an idea for this. What do you have anything to go in a direction for?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I'm excited to. Is it going to be like the whole group that you want to tackle?
I almost have an idea for the whole group as long as the creature type pays off. So what do we got over here?
All right, the creature type. Here we go. These are classic creature categories from D&D 5e. I feel like people know that game the most. Mm-hmm. So the creature type is, oh man, plant.
Oh, nice. No way. That was so
interesting.
So close to construct.
How ridiculous as a plant. All right. Take it away, buddy.
That's not the creature type I was hoping for. So, okay, so hear me out. They drop things a lot, right?
Yeah, that's true. They got the whole tower series stuff and everything else. Yeah.
Definitely. So they could totally be like something that's really tall up high. Could be just the shambling vines, and somehow it could have like 3 heads, right? And then it's but it's in a way the Three Stooges kind of like while you're encountering it, you know what I mean?
Oh, you mean like they actually kind of are? Okay.
Yeah. But a shambling vine, it could totally pick people up, drop them, something like that.
Okay, absolutely. I like that. I could see it where I don't know. I feel like they butt heads in the most goofy ways possible. So they could even have like some really crazy like spells or something that they cast. That's maybe like hormones or something that make you kind of like a hideous laughter situation. You have to make some saving throws against laughing and all that classic silly stuff.
Ooh, this one would be hilarious. I know dryads are like usually girls, right? But what if all 3 of them got turned into dryads and their trees were like really close or almost connected? So like Gonson's over here just like smacking some of the other guys, just messing with them.
Yep. I can see that. That'd be pretty good. Okay, I like that. I'm pretty happy with that as How Ridiculous as a plant monster. That seems pretty good.
So 3 dryads stuck together. How ridiculous.
Yeah, I like that. With abilities to pick things up and drop them.
Yeah.
And maybe like a weird hormone gas or something that makes people laugh uncontrollably or something silly too.
Yeah, and it's obviously an Australian plant if you talk to it.
Yes, of course. Okay, so how would you rank this as far as just like how cool a monster can be. So like 10 is the coolest creation we could ever think of. And it needs to be put in the books. And 1 is like, wow, I'm embarrassed we came up with that. You know?
I feel like this is like a 6, maybe.
Yeah, I was literally thinking the exact same number. Okay, I should write this down. Actually, I'm bad at doing things. Can you keep track of our scores for monsters?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so how ridiculous plant monster? We got 12 altogether. Alrighty, let's see here. Back to YouTubers. All right, here we go. Which YouTuber is the next monster we're going after? Oh my gosh, really?
Back to back. Okay.
Dude, perfect. Any or all of them. All right.
I don't have as good of an idea for these guys as I did for how ridiculous.
Well, you never know. Maybe it'll end up easy with the monster they give us somehow.
True.
Monster type? Let's see. Interesting.
Ooze. Okay. That's...
Dude perfect as an ooze. What would that even look like?
All right, so not all 5 members, but just Gary, the super lazy one, right?
Okay.
So this is a purple ooze. And this purple ooze isn't gonna eat you, but it will bargain for snacks.
That's perfect.
Dude perfect.
Yeah, dude perfect. Okay, I gotta look some stuff up here.
Oh gosh. Yeah, what are oozes technically besides just
Garrett,
like slime?
Garrett. Okay, I got it. I forgot. I honestly forgot their names for a second. It's been a long time since I've watched Dude Perfect. So
The purple hoser?
yeah, you're right. Oh my gosh, you're totally right. Okay. So Garrett, yep. Okay, that's fair. Representing the orange ginger facial hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that he might just have like speckles of like weird, have like tarantulas and poisonous spiders and stuff have like the hairs that are poisonous on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. I mean, I think this guy's just gonna have like weird reddish beard facial hair just like throughout his ooze, and just like leaves a lingering poison, of course, if someone touches that.
Oh man. So it's like that slime you left under the couch when you were a kid?
Yes, yeah, pretty much. You pull it out and you're like, wow, what color was this when I first got it? Yeah.
To be fair, everyone thinks that's scary.
100%. Absolutely. And it is dangerous. That goes in kids' mouths. Before and after.
It's not supposed to.
Don't tell me how to eat my oozes. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's about it. I don't know. I feel like
A big
I don't know. I've got a number
furry
in my head.
slime.
Where are you at? Yeah. A weirdly furry slime. It almost just looks hairy, and it's like, what? And then it moves like a slime. All right, what do you got for a number for that one?
Man, I don't know. So like 4, maybe?
That's literally exactly what I was at too. It's 4. All right, so Dude Perfect Ooze gets an 8. Moving on to the next one.
The Dungeon Dudes.
The Dungeon Dudes. Yeah, we could do either of them or both. All right.
Let's see what we get for the creature type, because I might have a good one.
Yes. Monster type for Dungeon Dudes. Oh, snap. Oh, snuck onto the beast category. Okay.
Beast.
So we got the Dungeon Dudes as a beast. What's it look like?
Okay. So we could probably make it something like, a 2-headed wolf, like a double-headed hellhound or something. But I'm not sure if that's like an official monster or something. But the first thing I think of when it comes to a 2-headed beast is the Fallout Brahmin. But that might be a little too insulting.
I mean, that is a good thought. We could definitely go with that. Oh, man. I don't know why, but I feel like Kelly has always kind of reminded me of like a wildcat, Like,
Okay.
I don't know why that is. It doesn't make any sense. He's just, I don't know, wildcat vibes, dude. I don't know. So, I don't know. We could do a Brahmin. What if it's like a Brahmin? Like just 2-headed, but they're like some sort of, yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one.
So hear me out. A two-headed owl bear.
Oh,
because that would totally make Monty like the smart version of like the owl, right? You know?
Okay.
And like, you know, a bear.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, I get it. And honestly, I think that's really fitting because they're like a very classic D&D channel. Owlbear is an absolutely classic D&D monster. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's pretty fitting. So they'd be an owlbear. I do feel like they're really helpful though, you know? So like they wouldn't be as wild as most owl bears. They're probably like, they can talk first off, definitely. They're going to give you tips on awesome character builds all the time. You know what I'm saying? So like you run into them in the woods, and they'd be like, hey, listen, this is the bow you're using right there. That's like a D tier. You need to be looking at the long bow. You need to pick up proficiencies, pick up the elven ancestry. Just restart your character build. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying there's Smokey the owl bear.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Perfect. I agree. Any other traits you'd add to these things?
The ability to control fire.
Yeah.
Wildfires specifically.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. You know, I do remember there's several videos where it comes up where they talk about just like, it's kind of their go-to. Like, you want to bring some chaos to a fight, light something on fire. So it's actually perfectly fitting. So yeah, I think that's actually pretty good. So they are a two-headed owl Smokey the Bear. Yeah. All right. What's your rating for that one?
Ooh, I don't know. You give your rating first this time. I'm not 100%.
I think I'm dead.
Sure.
I'm dead center with a 5 on this one. It's not bad. It might even be well, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm upping it 1. That's a 6.
Okay. You do 6. I'll do 5.
Okay. All right. So we got the Dungeon Dudes as a beast sitting at 11. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Okay. So round 2 is going to be celebrities. We were a little bit cheeky and we went with 10 celebrities, but we were a little cheeky and picked Brennan Lee Mulligan and Matt Mercer as possible outcomes as well. So, you know, that just makes sense to me.
Right. It's on brand.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's see who we got for a celebrity on round 2.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. Scarlett Johansson. Very good. Scarlett Johansson as a aberration. Okay. Interesting.
Aberration.
Okay. Yep. Otherworldly creature, alien-like even. What do you think of that?
It's a little bit harder to gauge.
I agree. That one's not easy. I know. I was thinking, like, would she be some sort of mind flayer, maybe, or something, or a beholder? I don't know.
True.
I don't know why she'd be a beholder necessarily, but she could be, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of tough. It's kind of
right. Tough. So the Githyanki are aberrations. She could be one of those.
Yeah. You know, I guess that's an interesting thing too. I don't know anything about Scarlett Johansson as a person, actually. Like, I really only know her mostly from Marvel stuff, to be honest.
True, but like, do you really need to know celebrities on a personal level? She's Black Widow.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. I agree. She's Black Widow. She is a previously Russian assassin with a perfect American accent.
Yes. And you know what? Githyanki shape changer, or like somebody who's like able to camouflage themselves all the time. They can they do the disguises. They're a spy, like literally just Githyanki spy, kind of like Giselle, right? Just not the aggressive type, just the like, don't worry, I'll cut your throat at night type.
Yeah. Not openly aggressive, calm, quiet, keeps to herself. I do like the idea. You can almost like mix in the doppelganger vibe with that too, because she's a spy, assassin type, you know? She has portrayed several characters even in the movies through her role, so that makes sense. That's pretty cool. That would make sense to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you think of any other like standout roles for her that could possibly be applied to like action?
You know, I'm not entirely sure, but the one thing I'm thinking of is that she has a special ability that like any time when she rolls initiative, she also lands in a superhero stance.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, I mean, that's maybe she has like a grappling technique where she like jumps on someone's face and takes them down with some silly leg lock thing, like she does.
Mm-hmm. And
special grapple thing.
And we could have some cool backstory or lore for her, like literally in the name, Black Widow. You know, lost her husband or something like that, or maybe she had to kill him.
Ooh, yeah. I like that. I like that backstory stuff. That makes sense. All right, yeah, sounds pretty good. What do you have for a ranking for that one?
A Gith Yankee spy that looks like Scarlett Johansson and has a crazy backstory about killing her husband. So we kind of just made Kill Bill, but on a different planet. I'm gonna give it a 6 at least.
Okay, I got 7.
Okay,
I got 7.
Okay, nice.
That's pretty good. 13. Okay, Scarlett Johansson, Aberration, 13. Back to the celebrity wheel name. Let's see what we got. We did 3 YouTubers, right? So, yes. Okay, so we'll do 3 on each round. All right. Leo DiCaprio.
Oh, man.
All right. Let's see what Leo DiCaprio is like. I want to do Aberration again. Yeah. Come on. Monstrosity. All right, okay. Cool.
Monstrosities. That's as
interesting.
Yeah, that's as like strange as Aberration. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I agree. So my first thought is Leo DiCaprio's just a guy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, he's just a dude. He might be like some adventuring party bard, even. You know, I don't know. He gives me bard vibes. But the important part is, he was cursed to never win any kind of award. What do you think of that? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Pretty bad. Maybe he can like spread that curse to other people where they can like never feel rewarded. That'd be weird.
True.
Real weird.
True.
Throw some mind games at him.
So I feel like a monstrosity is just something altered in a way to have like, you know, these strange things. So what if it was like a leprechaun or something that's able to make these deals right, but they got morphed and twisted by the Hollywood industrial complex. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. No, that sounds good. All right, so Leo DiCaprio was a normal person, got cursed into some weird like leprechaun-like creature. That can't accept rewards in any way. Like, no matter what happens, he's always kind of just spreading that to other people, you know? He's just hanging out, and he's like, other people can't feel rewarded for stuff either. It's just sad.
Definitely. Just like the movie The Leprechaun, except he doesn't kill you.
Exactly. Perfect. It's getting a 4 from me.
Yeah. I feel like same here. He can't get too high up on the list.
Or else he might get the award at the end. Next, celebrity. Next and last. See what we get. Okay. Looks like Tom Hanks.
Okay.
Tom Hanks, our Castaway classic. Woody himself.
What?
No.
Right.
No.
Is this rigged?
Closing that. We're spinning again. I don't want another aberration.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, so Tom Hanks as a fiend, a little devil.
Okay.
What would that be like?
All right, so hear me out, right? Krampus. He's already Santa in like one of his most popular movie series. So the fiend version of Santa would totally be something like Krampus.
Dang, dude. Okay, that is deep. Okay. and he can summon a best friend. Okay, a best friend. It looks an awfully lot like just like a flaming volleyball. You know what I'm saying? And he
that'd be cool.
Just beats on kids with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like he just throws this flaming Wilson volleyball with a bloody handprint on it at kids. It's straight out of Castaway.
It's like his version of Fireball.
And he just yells Wilson.
And
that one's pretty good.
Right. What I bet his catchphrase could be like 1 Forest 1.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm gonna give that one a dirty 8 probably.
Ooh, okay, I was gonna say 7.
Okay, all right. Puts it at 15?
Yes.
All right, Tom Hanks fiend. 15. And that was the last celebrity from round 2. Moving on to round 3, the final round. We opted for characters that are specifically from well-known animated things.
Yep, stuff we all grew up with, you know?
Yeah. A lot of good, silly, often childish options. So that'll be fun. Okay, here we go. First one. Dory from Finding Nemo.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. That's pretty good. Let's see what kind of creature she's going to be. What is going on?
Right.
Here? Hold on. let's not do if we just did it at least. Actually, if we did it once, let's not even do it. So I'm just going to remove that. We'll make it more interesting because that's not interesting enough. No way.
What is with this wheel? Is there? Can we turn it the other way?
Hard enough. Right? I'm going to shuffle them. Shuffle them like 6 times. All right. One more time. All right. Well, here, let's remove that one too then real quick.
It's just hilarious that it's giving us all the same ones.
What's happening? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Something new.
Okay. So Dory as a monstrous construct.
Oh man, I know exactly what this is.
Okay. All right. What do you got?
It's actually not from Pixar's Finding Nemo, but it is from Disney's Treasure Planet. Ben.
Oh, I'll have to look that up. I don't know what that is offhand.
No?
I'll probably remember.
The construct that forgets literally everything. He's got like a 5-minute memory.
Really?
So like after you're done like introducing yourself to him, he's like, "Hi, I'm Ben."
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's unlocking some memories right now. I forgot all about this. Okay. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Okay, so yeah, he's going to be... Dory is going to be very similar to Ben. I can definitely see that. Terribly forgetful robot. But also, Dory's crazy nice. She's like the nicest creature ever.
True. Ben is too,
you know?
in a way. But Ben's a little bit mischievous. I feel like Dory's like memory problems get her in trouble, though.
Yes.
So what if it wasn't just like this construct that you're gonna fight or whatever? It was this forgetful construct you met at the beginning of your journey, right? And it's like, I know the secret to whatever your problem is if you just follow me into this dungeon. And then it just keeps almost dying.
Yeah. It's like actually prone to reactivate so like any traps you go by, you're like, whew, that was close. She literally like stops moving while the rest of the party's still going, and she's like, I'm gonna go this way, and just like directly back into the trap.
Yes.
The whole party. She's like, no, wait. Yeah, for some reason I can't see Dory as like a real monster. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I feel like you're right. She just ended up like some sort of companion probably to the adventuring party, you know?
Yep. If they did end up being a monster, it would be a monster that makes you forget stuff.
Oh,
gives you amnesia or something.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense too. 100%. Okay, what about some real backstory here? So let's say she is a companion to the adventuring party until something goes really wrong. And like she gets cursed or something crazy. And then she becomes like the big bad at the end of the campaign. And she's like making your players forget who they are, what they're doing, you know?
I feel like what the whole quest is getting that robot's memory back. When you finally get that robot's memory back, it's like the words is like activating mech, and then it just starts the boss battle.
That's sick. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, and then it's just got like a forget ray or something crazy, you know, for sure. That just like makes other people forget instead. I don't know why I'm getting so far into the backstory of this creature, but what if what if it also the reason that it lost its memories was because like it had a moment of clarity and like was given an option somehow from like some mage or something crazy where it was like, you can forget all of your memories and live a genuinely good life, or you can remain who you are and be evil. And it's like, nope, sacrificing. I'm gonna forget all my memories, you know? But then the party messes it up trying to fix it.
That would be okay. So I like, let me put a spin on this, right?
Okay, all right.
Okay. So when like they hook into their memories, right? That's the programming. That's the evil programming. And like whenever they annihilate their foes or whatever, obviously they're going to start wandering around the like, let's say island or dungeon or whatever they're in.
Yeah,
when they reach a certain point past it, they're like memories get ripped out of them, or they're like the battery unit doesn't have a certain distance. So like they just forget all this crap.
Oh, that's really interesting.
And then when you get back on the island or whatever, you just like reactivate this monster and it's like, hi, I'm Ben. And then it just starts good and then you get it. You figure out the programming corrupts it.
That's cool. It's like it's programmed for evil, but inclined to good, you know? So it's like it's natural parts.
Right. And like the closer,
you know what I'm saying?
The closer and closer you get to like unlocking its memories, or like the memory core in the dungeon, it'll just say a bunch of weird stuff like, humans got weird insides.
Oh man, that'd be so cool. All right, we may have made more than a monster and actually a whole one shot for this one.
So for me personally,
might have to revisit this.
I feel like I'm gonna give this a 9.
Yeah, I don't. Again, this is our ranking scale. Okay, like we're not Brennan Lee Mulligan coming up with these creatures. So
True.
I feel like this is going to be as close to the best we can come up with. So I'm with you on a 9. I think that Dory as a construct somehow ended up as an 18.
Absolutely. And you know, I'm not saying that they could like beat up the Gith Yankee Kill Bill spy, but this is the one I think's the coolest.
Yes, I agree. Not necessarily the strongest or the best, but the coolest. I agree. That was good. All right, who's next? Okay, all right. Oh, just clicked onto Woody from Toy Story.
Oh, Tom Hanks again then.
Yeah, Tom Hanks got 2 in here. That's crazy. Okay. That's pretty ironic.
It is.
Woody as a giant. That one is pretty ironic. That's pretty cool. Okay, what do you make of that? Could be any giant-esque creature, not necessarily just a giant.
So I feel like for Woody, it's one of those friendly giants, right? But when you come up on him, you have to solve his problem, which is actually really hard to deal with because there's a snake in his boot. And for his boot, that's an anaconda.
Okay, I do like that. First off, I think that's a good problem regardless. That's good. You gotta solve Woody's problem. And yeah, I don't know, maybe he will kind of lose his mind and turn bad if you don't or something, you know? I don't know, whatever. But also, I'm going to kind of just draw on the literal part of his name, and maybe he's like a giant, right? But he's like, I don't know. You know, there's like cloud giants and hill giants or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, what if he's one that's like literally like half tree? He's got like bark skin and he's kind of crazy. Not like full blown treant, but like, you know, giant treant hybrid kind of deal. So he's like literally made of wood, you know?
So you're saying there was like a treant, right? And then like Woody's dad. And then he was also not really a furry, but a Woody.
Yeah. Yeah, ironically, Woody's dad was a Woody, you could say. I agree. Yes. Yeah. So he's got a snake in so he's got a snake in his boot. Yeah. Okay, so that's an issue. You know, if you can't get the snake out of the boot, maybe he goes just crazy and starts smashing stuff.
Definitely. And he probably wears wooden clogs too.
Oh yeah. Full blown, almost up to your knee high wooden boots. Okay. Yeah, I can't think of anything else for that, you know?
What do you think?
Oh, I mean, he's a cowboy. Okay, hold on. He's a cowboy.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, he knows how to lasso stuff, right? If he's made of wood, he's got like crazy vine lassos that he can just like produce.
So it's like a giant that always has the bark skin spell active.
Yes. Yep. With a giant vine lasso. And like I said, he's a cowboy. Maybe we should just give him a revolver. I don't know.
He's got a vine lasso and oh man, have you seen the Amazon commercials that has this kid, his head is shaped like a cowboy hat?
Yeah, dude, it's the weirdest thing ever.
Okay, so that but with wood on this.
Yes.
So what do you give it?
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know, it's kind of stupid, but it's also kind of cool and fun. I'd give it like I don't know if I'm at a 6 or a 7. I'm gonna give it a just a 6.
Okay. I would give it probably 5, I think.
Okay. Okay.
It'll be good for some laughs, but I don't think it'll, TPK anybody.
Yeah, yeah. Even if it can, it won't do it in a cool way, So
True.
I agree. What'd you say? 5?
Yes.
Okay. So what? It's 11.
Yep.
The last one. Is it the last one? Yes. All right. The last one from round 3. Here we go. What's it gonna be? Simba. Okay. Now we've already decided if this lands on Beast. Did we remove Beast already?
I think we did.
We might have. Yeah. Okay. So it can't land on Beast. Sounds good.
Oh,
Okay.
so we have done Beast.
Oh.
We just didn't remove it. Just like we have done
yeah.
Aberration and Monstrosity.
Yes. Okay.
But
A Celestial.
So
Interesting.
it's not Simba. It's actually Mufasa.
Yeah.
The one in the sky.
Right.
The big starry version. Like we're talking about has anyone seen Black Panther, right? So where you can go up and be like the Black Panther I don't know like Black Panther Marvel too well.
Yeah,
to
same.
be fair.
I don't know the lore that well of it, but yeah.
But I know they have like a spirit world or realm that they can pass into to talk to the previous Panthers, right? So something like that, more or less. The celestial version of the Mufasa that we've seen in the movies. And that's Simba.
Yes, 100%. For any of the people watching that may have been around for the Celestia's Call DC-20 campaign, there was also a point where there was like a celestial lion that you met that did a bunch of crazy stuff. I remember that too. That was the first thing I thought of, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
That was cool too.
Yeah, so we already did it.
Yeah, we already made this one. That one got kind of crazy, but it was almost just like an illusion. Wasn't even really there kind of thing. But okay. So this one, honestly, like, I don't know if I can think of any super cool things with Simba as a Celestial. I think he'd just be super flippin' epic, He'd basically be, like you said, like the star version of Mufasa, but like more palpable, He can come down into the material realm and just wreck stuff, of course.
Yeah. So, you know how there's, what is it? Herseeing, that's like the progenitor of all lichens or whatever, like the alpha or the prime, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
What if that's what that was? Like when he ascends into the celestial starhood of being not just the king of that jungle, but the king of all jungles,
Yes. Yeah. Very cool. That one's really cool. It's not all that unique necessarily, but it is super dope. So I feel like I'm sitting at like a 7.
See, I really like the idea, but it's also like check the been done box a couple of times. So I feel like 7's fair. 7 is fair.
7? Yeah. All right. Putting it at 14. Okay. Do you have 9 creatures there?
I think so. Got this all typed
do the
up.
math right? All right.
So, all together, do you want me to read them off?
Yeah. Or maybe just let's do like 3rd place, 2nd place, 1st place,
Okay. I don't have it in order, so I'm going to have to look real quick. Okay. Interesting. Coming in 3rd place is going to be the cosmic version of Simba, the Celestial Lion.
Very cool. 3rd place. I think that's a worthwhile spot. It's pretty good.
Absolutely. 2nd place is going to be the infamous Tom Hanks, but not Woody, Krampus.
Yeah, right.
And 1st, and I'm sure you guys can probably guess, is going to be Dory, the construct, the friendly construct that apparently we've made a whole one-shot for. Look out for that in the description soon.
Maybe, you never know. Maybe we will flesh out a little one-shot for it. That'd be fun.
And those are our ratings so far, everybody.
Yeah.
Do you agree with them? Do you think one of those monsters was way cooler or way not cooler? Way lame?
Yeah. Did we terribly rank these? If so, just let us know.
Exactly. Or if you've got really good inspiration for one of the, let's say, people that were on the list, and you could fill in the Fae, Undead, or Elemental, do that too, because I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, that could be really fun. And definitely, again, you guys, thank you. This whole video was just kind of a silly little thing we did. casual, basically just a little game. But thank you. This is 1,000 subscribers we're looking at today, and that's pretty exciting.
Absolutely. You guys are totally the reason why we do this, so we always want to hear from you. If you've got any suggestions down below for something you want to see in the future, please leave it there, and we'll usually respond to you pretty quick. We try our best to respond to everybody. So put that to the test. Go ahead, comment right now.
I dare you. You won't. You won't do it. You won't subscribe either. That button's near the description. All right. If you guys like this whole concept of the thing, you could feel free to suggest your own categories of people or characters or whatever, or your own characters in general, and maybe we'll just do the same thing, but make a wheel of the characters you suggest from things.
Definitely. And if you really want to have Tom Hanks Woody as a real monster, maybe we'll take the time to flesh that out too. Just leave that down below. You know where to go.
Thank you again, guys. This was super fun, and we will see you later.
Bye, everybody.